Hi, my name is Maya, and I'm a manaholic.
Hi, Maya.
You was the first one to kick off the Vogue practice series.
Yeah.
So what do you want to bring different to this video?
So the first one, it was like a practice look, so that's why I had on like socks and a jogging suit. Like I wasn't done how everybody else was coming behind me. So this time, the girls been asking for like heels. I'm down. I'm giving you what the fuck y'all was looking for. I'm kind of nervous because like I ain't Vogue in like a year, so like I'm anxious. And then it's like me being like a new legend or whatever the case may be. Well, I'm not like new, I'm a year in now, but it's still like scary to me because I feel like I'm a virgin all over again. So y'all might be like, oh, Maya Voguing a fool, Maya Voguing a fool. But I feel like I'm not Voguing a fool, or this might be my fool stages, but this is my innovative process. This is me trying to refine and redefine my Vogue.
Yeah.
I want to be soft as honey. With a little bit of dramatic, yeah.
So this next clip, this was this year actually. So it was AJ Ninja's Painted Ball. I just like this clip because I feel like I had got down. I was like, I don't know. It was like Contrell was commentating like Escada, Escada, Escada. And I was like y'all over here hitting like boom, 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 boom. I feel like I had like a whole like little routine for that, and I was like, it just came out of me. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, I gotta show this clip off because it was lit. I think I was lit. So this ball, I think it was like 2005. I knew for a long time. So with that clip, that was from Midwest Awards Ball 2000, I believe it was 5. All the twisters had to get up and all the way up in drag, which wasn't very popular at that time. But I was like excited because I was like, I love film queens, I love how film queens Vogue, and I had technically just kind of learned how to Vogue a little bit. So it was like, and I learned I was learning how to spin and things of that nature. So I went out there and did everything I knew how to do, which was flow performance, spins, throwing hand performance. I did tried to do a little Laomi dip at the end, try to fuck that shit up. So it was lit. That's actually one of my proudest twister moments when I used to walk real into a twist. So it kind of just showcased my floor, my hands, my spins. I think I did like a little duck walk, and don't mind my titties was sagging a little bit. It was a strapless bra, so don't judge me. They did fall down, but they got back up.
You have to remember that Ballroom is changing. What needs to happen now is for the legends and icons and the Hall of Fames is to help bridge that gap and teach us what's wrong and what's missing for Ballroom to continue in that matter, in that fact. So, jumping back to what I was saying in the beginning, mental health or even check-ins normally, when a person comes to join your house, I remember younger, like joining the Kiki house, my Kiki house was interested in my grades? Where did I come from? If I ate? What was going on with me personally? And I feel like when we come into Ballroom, they just see a item that they can monopolize off of, that they can capitalize off of. And I feel like that's wrong because you may have a perfect image, but a taunted mind. And when that taunted mind comes into Ballroom and they only know aggression and they've been let down all their life and they see a repeated action happening, what they resort to is violence because they know no difference.
So take me back to that night. Like, what exactly happened that night? You were in your car.
Yeah, so that night, it started with, I was actually at one of my brother's birthday party. Eric, he's actually in the house of Garçon. And he had a birthday dinner downtown at a restaurant. And it was a Thursday night, and they decided they wanted to also go to Jeffrey's Pub. And I work Monday through Friday, so I wasn't really planning on going out, but because it was his birthday, I was like, okay, I'll go out too, but I wasn't trying to stay out too late. And a couple of my friends and house members were going also, Cabbage Balmain and Denim Balmain, and we ended up going over to Hakeem Balmain's apartment. He lives in the South Shore area because Denim needed to get something before we could go to the pub from Hakeem's house. And so as I was driving and Greg was in the passenger seat, Denim was in the back seat, we drove over to Hakeem's house and I couldn't find a parking spot. So I drove around once looking for a parking spot, but then I was also paying attention to the time thinking, you know, I don't really want to be out too late. And we're losing time being at the pub because I'm looking for a parking spot. So something told me, let them out so they can go inside and go ahead and Denim can do whatever he needed to do and then come back out, and I would look for a parking spot while they were in there. But something told me that Greg wouldn't want to get out the car, so even before I pulled back up to Hakeem's apartment, I told them to both go, because I knew Denim wanted us all to go in, but I knew I wasn't going to leave my car, you know, and I knew Greg wouldn't want to go if I wasn't going, so I kind of convinced them both to go ahead and go, and I'm so glad that I did that. Because 5 seconds after they got out the car, I pulled down the street on Phillips, turning left onto, I want to say, 73rd or 74th Street. And all of a sudden, somebody who was on foot started to shoot at my car. And I think it's because over in that area, the gangs are at war. And because I had already driven around once, as far as I can remember once, it might have been twice. So this was like my second or third time coming around again. And I drive an SUV, it's all white, and the windows are kind of tinted. So it could have been assumed that I was a member of a rival gang and I was trying to get them. And the way things happen in these streets, you get somebody before they can get you. And so as I turned left off of Phillips, all of a sudden I heard gunfire behind me. I kind of turned and looked over my shoulder, and I actually saw the person with the gun, and I saw the fire coming out the gun, and I heard bullets hitting my car. One actually came through the rear passenger seat window, exactly where Denim was sitting, and it just passed my head and exited through the windshield, you know. And so, like, in that immediate reaction, my instincts took over. I put my head down and I gunned the engine and I peeled off and turned left on the exchange to get out of there, you know, and I was in shock for a moment. Then I called my friends because I had just left them and told them what happened. But I was so much in shock and I was so sort of traumatized that I couldn't stop driving. I just drove all the way home to the South Loop because I didn't even think about it at the time. Who was shooting at me? Why were they shooting at me? Was it a mistaken identity? Was I driving a car that looked like somebody else's car? Or are they still after me? You know what I'm saying? So I immediately hit Lakeshore Drive and drove all the way home because I park in a garage. My thoughts were I need to get this car off the streets and I need to get myself inside somewhere where I feel safe. You know?
we had to do a remix, right?
Everybody! In your eyes. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head.
But when I came around during this time, in this era,
And what year was this?
like 97, 98, 96, 97, 98, right? Women's categories were getting paid. Like, it would be on a flyer, but it wasn't called. It got skipped. Women's categories meant time to take a break and go to the bar. Women's categories meant, you know, go to the bathroom. If it got called, if it didn't get skipped over. So I was one of those persons that just, I came here to walk, you're not gonna treat me like that. So they tried to skip over my category, I was interrupting the next one. They got very, they would see me coming to the runway and be like, Miss Monet, not tonight. I used to be like, exactly, not tonight. Call the category. So, but before that, there was Mizrahi as women's performance for the House of Mizrahi, Tasha Infinity, Yanni Karan, Stephanie Cartier. Those are the women's performance that was out when I came out. So, first one I battled was Mizrahi.
So, and you got deemed icon first for all of them?
Yes. So, most of them are trans men now. Oh. Okay. Most of them are trans men. They go by different names. So, the first one was Mizrahi. Second one was Tasha Infinity. Third one was Yanni Karan. And the only one that was really, really like on my radar as a threat anyhow at that time was Stephanie Cartier from Philly. So after I knocked those out in that row, somebody told Stephanie, wake up, there's somebody on the floor. So she's, you know, she's eating it. So Stephanie came and we battled and, you know, she just gave me my due. She stopped voguing and everything, like, you better work, you know. So the next battle wasn't so nice though, because I came to Philly and I was on her turf and it was on. So we had a good time.
Okay, so this clip right here is like my favorite clip. I was at the Glare Ball and Rihanna was there. It was like one of them big nights. It was at the PlayStation Theater and I was walking drags. It was just before I really started transitioning to a femme queen. And when I tell y'all I came out that dress like, bitch, who you playing with? Because my thing was I was not gonna get chopped while Rihanna was at no ball. Like, And I had fucked that up. I had went TikTok famous, everything. I went viral for that video. Bitch, I had went crazy. But, you know, and then it was in New York. You know, the girls in New York do not play fair. They very much so send you packing, but I was one of the main, like, second girls got their 10s. Everybody else behind me got chopped. It was over for them. But yes, and that hair was laid. I need to get my hair back like that. But yeah. Then I was tipping. I was feeling myself, y'all. I'm telling you, it was. I left that dress there and everything. Like, it was a good night. It was a good night. Okay, y'all, this clip right here, believe it or not, I had just got my eyes did. I had went to LASIK eye surgery, so I couldn't wear makeup or nothing like that. So I'm like, fuck it, I'ma still go to Detroit. I'ma go to this little ball. So I had got an LSS. I had to fuck it up. I had to Vogue like cunt. Y'all know me, I get bingy, but I was eating that up. It was very some queen pussy, like, you know, giving the girl something they ain't seen before. I was ticking out on that flow. Excuse me. Then I went in circles. Boom, 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 boom. They knew what it is. But when I come back out, get ready. I'm tapping hoes. It's giving go off. I'm always pausing. You know, you gotta shock the girls. But yes, that clip was sickening. Titties always coming out, but you know, that's what happens when we got big titties.
Yeah, for me, as an Asian, I think I'm kind of in charge of Asian ballroom in general, because Japan started the ballroom scene the first in Asia, and yeah, I started first. Then next country like Taiwan and the Philippines and China followed. So then but I still need to educate them about ballroom history and culture in right way. So I keep learning from the OGs like Icon and pioneers. So yeah, ballroom culture is really deep. So and there are a lot of things to learn, and also yes, the time is changing. So yeah, I always need to keep it up, changing. So yeah, I really need to keep coming and visit it, and keep attend to the ball. So yeah, so yes, to catch up everything. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I'm a manaholic.
Hi, Maya.
well, I enjoy watching the old generation of female film queen performance. Because back in the day, the girls was giving you sexy, like, you didn't have to do all the tricks and shit to give you film queen performance. It was all about the essence of, you know, a woman on the floor, like. And when I watched the clips back in the day, it was like, the girls did not come out and watch and walk film queen performance until they was ready. Now, these girls are just coming out like Hot Pockets, bitch. It's like, girl, no shade. Like, now they let the female figures set the film queens. And it's like, yeah, when is this shit's going to stop? So, I don't know. I like watching the old film queens.
You know, first you always have to find what you are passionate and what you love. And, you know, not everybody are natural born educators, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you're able to teach yourself, you can teach others. I think it's all about, learning people as well too, to be able to make those types of connections, you know. Take advantage, especially now, you know. Ballroom back in when I started, we weren't on TV, we weren't on social media, you know. It was just Ballroom, you know, like no shade, it was just Ballroom. Yeah, you know, we didn't have that, you know, we barely even had clips, you know, so, you know, you would have maybe but a handful of clips, so utilize the people that you have in your community. You know, to be honest with you, had it not been for Leomi, had it not been for Jack, had it not been for a lot of people, Honey Balenciaga, a lot of people, a lot of these jobs I would have never had. You know, I think it's all about who you are as a person as well too. What you give is what you're gonna get. And sometimes you don't even have to be the best at what you do. Sometimes people just gravitate to the person and the energy that you bring, you know, and that's what makes a person great and makes them be able to be successful in many different ways, even if they're not the best, you know. But utilize the people that you have, you know, the mentors, if there's people that you look up to, you know. I mean, I know that Jack is not the most accessible person these days, you know, because he's busy doing so much, which is amazing, but reach out to people. Be like, hey, what are you doing that could help me in the future, or like, you know, help me get to that next step. You know, for me, anytime I see somebody, I'm like, girl, next time you do a show, let me know, bitch. I ain't got no kids. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have nothing holding me back. But I also feel like sometimes that's the biggest mistake that everybody makes. It's not even the networking or anything. It's not taking those steps. You know, fear is it's a lot more powerful than positivity, and that's what we fail to realize as humans, is that. And your mind and how you think, even though I'm not going to say I have the perfect mindset, like I'm thinking happy all the time, but what you think is what you get out, you know. So sometimes you have to just kind of rewire, find yourself, and even if you don't find yourself, still take those steps to be able to find yourself. The best advice I ever got from was an American designer. Her name is Cynthia Rowley. She said, they asked her in an interview, they said, what made you successful? She said that she never focused on one goal. The reason why is because sometimes when you're focused on one thing, you don't allow all the opportunities that are meant to get you to whatever goal, or your universal goal, or your spiritual goal that's really meant for you to be there. You're not allowing those because you're pushing it, because you're like, oh, well, bitch, I want to be a model. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. Girl, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? When you have that mindset and you push those things away, those are the things that are going to mold you to be the person that you're supposed to be. Yeah. When she said that, I kid you not, I stopped, I went to the bathroom, I became the cancer woman that I am, started crying, and I quit my job that day for that same company that I was working for, doing her makeup. And I was like, I'm not working for, I want to work for myself. I want to really push this, and really, because all my life has been all of those different opportunities that I allowed coming into my life. I didn't know what the fuck they were, But I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do cosmetology. I'll do the hair shows. I'll do this. I'll walk the balls. I'll do this. You want me to do that? Cool. You want me to be a mother? Boom, I'll do it. I took every opportunity and it made me who I am. No regrets.
Okay, so this is May 16th, 1999. That's my mother's birthday, God bless her soul. And I was out at a function at 3:30 in the morning, Vogue down, battling Dee Dee Revlon and Little Kevin Prodigy versus Monet, Ebony. You can't say I wasn't out there battling the girls. You can't be scared, honey. And you gotta have something to come to battle with. Ooh, infamous clip between me and Alora, honey. Now, this is one thing a lot of people don't know, that Alora was a Dior up in drags first. A mysterious Dior was my child, my son. That's another the reason why we, you know, had a good battle too. We used to have fun. So before she became a Jadon and then a Zion, Mother Zion, she was a mysterious Dior. And I was the mother of the house of mysterious Dior. Now, it took me some time to go along with her transition, just like everybody else. So when you see this part of the video, and when I said that, it was also because I wasn't used to her being a woman yet either. You know, and there is a time where you gotta give people some grace to transition with you as well. But that was definitely my motherfucking child in the house of Dior first. And if you was there, then you know I'm telling the truth. There's no shade. That's my baby. Oh, didn't they pick her up off the floor? I never seen that part.
Out of today's time, my favorite female figure performers, my number one is Jae'Lon. I absolutely love Jae'Lon. She knows it. Like, I tell her all the time. I just love what she gives to the category. Amýa has definitely made my list of, like, top bad bitches worldwide. Lil Barbie, you know. Lil Barbie, I live for her too. She's good. See, I have a girl in my house, China Makaveli, who I feel like is hands down, undeniably one of the best performers out today. She just misses her opportunity a lot of times to broadcast that, but when you catch her and you're there, you know what I'm saying? It's always a moment. It's always hot. It's always fire. She's literally like my protege, my mini-me, but she's definitely another girl that I feel like is deserving to be ranked with those girls. She even battles some of them girls inside them, but she gets left out of the conversation often, but that's somebody that I would like to see.
And how do you think she could get herself put in the conversation?
I'm storming. You know, I tell her all the time, like, you're your own downfall in Ballroom, and we can be that a lot of times as individuals who don't truly get it, like, you know what I'm saying, who don't truly fall into the politics and all of the extra stuff of Ballroom. So it's easy to be like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, you know, if you don't understand why you're getting sad at a moment you ate this girl up, but you know, don't know who she's connected to. If you don't know all of that, then you won't want to be in it. So.
Oh my God, now this bitch right here. Okay, let me tell you, like, Magic was like literally like my favorite Vogue film, like, on motherfucking earth. Like, I swear to God, like, I kid you not, like, it's like the shit that he did is like, I try my best to emulate that when I was a virgin. Like, I just love fucking Magic, like, I literally did. But then it's like, when Zoe became Zoe, and I just like, she went to the Dudgeon Ball one day to Detroit, and it's like, you can see me in the background, you can see me in the clip, but it's just be overly living. Like, I was overly living. Like, I swear to God, I love Zoe. She do no work in my eyes. She was my favorite film queens in my life. I love Zoe. I get that bitch my kidney, no shade. I feel like she just give me like legends. She just get checked, like she goes crazy. Like, that bitch is the shit. Like, I love her. Like, and she cool as fuck. Like, she's literally like the most genuine person ever, like, when you meet her. So like, yeah, she goes crazy. Now look at me living. Look at her. Look at her. Look at me, I'm dick sucking. I'm like. Bitch, if you don't think she ate that, you're mad. I swear to God, like something's wrong with you, baby. Like that lady literally fucked that shit up. She annihilated that. God bless that woman's heart. Literally, love her. Next, bitch.
This night was very bittersweet. I will say that. I had brought this man to this ball. He broke my heart, fucking bitch. I hope if you watch this, because I know you probably are watching this, just know it's on sight still. It's on sight. I brought you to a ball, bitch. Like, the fuck? I don't ever do that. Let's see. I just also love, though, how women's performance has evolved throughout the years. I will say that. Like, I appreciate that. It's glad to see the girls perform more these days. Okay. Come back, though. Definitely come back. Whoever she is. Let's see. Look at Aubrey, all that body. I love her. Work, Wes. Venus is to me such a breath of fresh air. I remember when she first came, a lot of people who knew me or know me, they were like, yo, Venus is you when you were younger, like from the attitude to everything, just the drive and stuff like that. And I'm just like, whatever. And when I met her, I was like, yeah. But she's very talented, very beautiful. I love watching her. Yes, Mother Ebony. I love it because she's a mother, and to see women who are mothers voguing is such a beautiful thing. I love watching her daughter vogue, or not vogue, but rap on Instagram. So cute. Oh. They should have gave her a little bit of a chance, at least. Damn. She was hitting it. Her little blonde hair. It was cute. Who is this? Her outfit is cute. I also feel like women's performance now is so pussy, like it's just so, I feel like back in the day the girls were just voguing. Cause I know I was just voguing. I wasn't feeling pussy at all. I love Miss Riley as well too. See, like she's a dancer, but she doesn't give you 5, 6, 7, 8. This bitch just dances. She just vogues. I appreciate that. Pussy. That was one thing I could never, not say never do, but I was just not the pussy type of girl. I'm just too much of a tomboy for that. All right, Snooki.
Yeah, I think this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that clip, that clip was a lot. I liked it, I loved it. I liked the energy going back and forth. I like shit like that, you know. If I dip, come on, dip right after me a little bit. Give me something to, you know, feed off of. That clip right there gave me everything that I needed from both ends. Michaela was just going for what she knew. Amýa was giving me very, you know, breakdowns, dance moves. You know, like, yeah, that's what she did. Okay, let me do this one. I don't know what the tension was, if it was any tension, but that clip, I'm gonna have to add that to my favorite clips or whatever, because like, that's just a lot. You got the commentation, you got the crowd, you got just performance on different spectrums, I won't say different levels, but like, just different levels. I'm just gonna say different levels.
And this clip that we have going right now is between 3 legendary girls and 3 blind mice. It's the legendary rival, Jada versus Naomi, which is a rival on its own. And they just thought, like, why not add Vanity, Prodigy, who was already up in there with Jada Prodigy and like Naomi. If y'all thought I could be nervous enough, I wasn't. Catfight. Catfight. At least I was the first to dip. Poor me, Naomi just rolled over me. Madness. Let me go back to Kind. Floor performance. And of course, this battle was all over the place. But out of the 3 girls, I guess the judges thought I was the most poised and just voguing down, paying everybody else no attention. Of course, I got all the votes. Well, the great majority of the votes. And then Jack stops the voting and says, no, we're gonna do this again. Broke my little tiny heart. Little me like, but I wasn't touching nobody. I was over it, because nobody feels it like they did the first time around. That second time around, it was given throw the whole night away. Even the crowd was like, no. I was really about to win over a rivalry. Stuff happens, and I had to realize from this night and from this battle, it's not the win that counts, it's the moment. And that night, that battle definitely made a moment for me, especially with those 2 girls. Period.
Oh my God, y'all. So this, I always say I want to recreate this. Shout out to Erica motherfucking Kane. This is Erica Kane, the motherfucking legendary Erica Kane. Yes! She gave demonic Harley Quinn. Let's go, bitch. Woo! Cool, cool. Let's go, Harley Quinn. This was iconic. Like, she didn't break character. Shoot. It was the character for me. I would have thought this was Harley Quinn Vogue. Like, I love this. Woo, 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 woo. Woo. Shoot. Come on, you bitch. And she started being possessed. Like, what? Yes. Look. In character. Iconic. In character. Look. It's just so fab. Like, that is performance. Like, she never broke character. Like, they have to drag her off the floor. Literally. She ate that. And she won that night. She ate that. This is the Midwest Awards Ball in 2020. This is my good girlfriend, my good sister, my baby, Amýa. She didn't walk out. This was like her return a little bit. And I was talking to her right before she came on stage. And she was like, she was nervous. But bitch, watch this. Come on, Amýa. From the back. They're going crazy. This is her return. She said, cool, cool, boom, 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 go swoop. Come on, you bitch. Get. She said, whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop. She dipped on a fucking table and came back up when somebody jacked it. Bitch, soft as a feather. Let's go, Amýa. She ate that. No shade. Like, I never seen nobody dip on the table. Like, what? I was screaming, like, I was like, what? This bitch is crazy. Fuck you dip on the table. Any other bitch would have broke it, but Amýa, she ate it.
You guys, I was so nervous at this. I was so nervous. Like, when I say so nervous, I was so nervous. It's all jokes aside. To be honest, when I was doing the dance, so shout out to my brother Dickie, cause I was like going to do some other stuff, but I was so nervous I couldn't really think straight. And he, right before I walked, he was like, "Sis, do this," and I was like, "Okay." And when I tell you, I was like, I didn't expect for everybody to like really go in like that, and really like get into me. But it made me feel nice. Like, okay, like y'all really starting to get to my performance. Okay, cool. I really enjoyed that clip.
This is my clip, where this is from my battle with Leomi. I went into this battle fucking ready. I honestly went into this battle ready to like 360 and spin and do all the things that I thought she was gonna give me. And then I started running into her and then like started to hit me right there. And then at this point I'm already hit me again. And it's not that she was doing it on purpose, or maybe, I don't know if she was. I just feel like I cannot continue to do anything if you have knocked me and put your hands on me. But my dad was trying to help me out of that, and my dad was trying to help me be more aggressive and be on top and be more the aggressor and and don't let people touch me, or to have a reason and a response for when bitches touch me. So, battling Leomi was like a moment in my like escaladas in my Vogue career where I really wanted to be like full throttle, all in. This was a time where I was, freshly into my transition, so I was still able to do and to be as active and proactive as I wanted to be. However, I think a lot of the people, a lot of what was going on that night, and people like in my head, you need to Vogue, you need to 360, you need to do this, you need to do that, and pushing me and like trying to get me to, they're really getting me out of my mind and out of my, you know, my mind space of where I needed to be during that battle. But I don't, you know, I hate when people like have all of these excuses of why the battle didn't go the way it did. I'm just saying that like for my moment to battle the icon, I needed to be like full on point, fully ready, fully hunger, and I wanted to give her my all. And I don't really feel like I got a chance to do that because of all of the other things that were going on in the background and, you know, the running into each other. Would I battle her now? Yes, I would, but I would need like 2 months heavy hard body in the studio an hour every day. Like, I would need to literally get back into the young bitch shit. Like, I would need to be able to like do another backhand twist, but I want to like put a poly in my pocket while I'm in that twist and then 360 out of that so that I can, that's the only way. No. Yeah, so basically, I mean, when it comes to like appreciating art, me personally, I don't know, I don't prefer a battle. I would rather see like your tens or your LSS or a moment where, or your production or a moment where you felt like you were like completely free and able to do what you're doing. Because a lot of times we get in these battles and it's so much going on in our heads. We got like 12 people telling us we better Vogue or we better slay it, or, you know, it's always like some extra stuff behind the scenes that gets me into my anxiety. And as y'all know, that is not productive. And that's actually the biggest reason behind a lot of my failures is the anxiety and the pressure from everybody else, from the pressure from wanting to be so great and wanting to be this bitch that people believe I am, and not being able to always fill up that, you know, make it to that expectation of myself. So that's just one thing that I always prefer about, I mean, you know, balls and clips and things like that.